Open your composition books. Keep this paper out, but also open your composition book for me. On the page where we wrote tips yesterday, find that page in your composition book. Okay, you know where you wrote those tips? Mm-hmm. Underneath that, I want you to write in big letters, 2 checks. How many of you know what I mean when I say a transfer truck or 18-wheeler? Those great big old trucks we see on the highway that deliver stuff. Raise your hands if you know what I'm talking about. Big old trucks. Okay. Do you know that before you can take off in one of those, the driver has to get out and check the tires and all different parts of the truck? That they just can't jump in it and drive off like we can in a car. You got to check everything. They have to know it's like 30 or 40 checks they have to do before they can even take off in it. Okay? Same thing with inequalities. There's 2 things you've got to do before you can take off and start solving. If you will do these 2 checks before you take off and start solving, you will get them correct. You ready? The first check. Here's your first one. The first check. Make sure variable is on the left. So when you draw that T, like we always draw to solve an equation, your variable needs to be on the left. That's the first check. If it's not, you have to rewrite it. So put the variable on the left. There's your first check. The first thing we have to make sure we do, the variable has to be on the left-hand side. Okay? Now, here's the second check. The second check. Second check. Look to see if there is like a negative in front of the variable. Or negative below the variable. Get this written down. If so, flip the sign. Flip the inequality. Symbol and solve. Okay? So 2 things. Make sure the variable is on the left. Then we have to look and make sure there's not a negative number in front of the variable or a negative number beneath the variable. If so, we have to flip the inequality symbol. After we do those 2 checks, we take care of that business, we're ready to solve. Okay? Are we ready? Does everybody have that down? There's 2 checks. Okay. So now let's go to our graphing page where we have to graph these. First one. Check number 1. Is our variable on the left? Is there a negative in front of or below? So we're ready to graph. Open circle or closed circle? Closed circle. On what number? And we shake to the right to the left. Okay, that's what you should have for number 1. Number 2. Check. Variable on the left. Is the variable on the left? Is there a negative in front of or below it? Is there a negative in front of the variable or below it? No. Okay, so we're ready to solve it. All right. Open circle or closed circle? On what number? Do I shade right or shade left? Good. All right, number 3. Is our variable on the left-hand side? Is there a negative in front of or below? Open circle or closed circle? On what number? Shade right or shade left? Number 4. Is our variable on the left? Okay. Is there a negative number in front of or below? Okay, so we're good. Open circle or closed circle? On what number? Shade right or shade left? Okay. Right, number 5. Is our variable on the left? Is there a negative in front of or below? All right. Open circle or closed circle? On what number? Shade right or shade left? Okay, are we good so far? Okay, number 6. Is our variable on the left? Is there a negative in front of the variable or below the variable? Okay, open circle or closed circle? On what number? Shade to the right or shade to the left? All right, number 7. Is my variable on the left-hand side? Is there a negative number in front of the variable or below the variable? No. There's not one in front of this variable. Okay? Now, open circle or closed circle? And what number? Shade right or shade left? Okay, good deal. Right, number 8. Is my variable on the left-hand side? Is there a negative number in front of the variable or beneath the variable? Nope. Okay. Open circle or closed circle? On what number? Do I shade right or shade left? Okay. Number 9. Is my variable on the left? Is there a negative number in front of or below? Okay, so I'm ready to solve it. Open circle or closed circle? On what number? Shade right or shade left? Number 10. Is my variable on the left? No. So we have to rewrite it, correct? So how would I rewrite this? V. What sign? Well, what did I already go in there? So we flip it. That's there equal to -5. Okay. Now this is the one I look at in order to solve the graphic. Okay? Does everybody understand? All right. Do I have a negative number in front of the variable or below the variable? No. All right. So what number do I go to?
-5.
Open circle and close circle.
Close.
Do I shake to the right or to the left?
Left.
There we go. I hope you did that on number 10. Hope you fixed it if you missed it. Number 11. Is the variable on the left-hand side?
No.
Nope. So I have to rewrite it. B, flip, -2. Okay? All right. Now, this is the one I look at to do my problem now. Is there a negative in front of the variable or beneath the variable? Okay, so I need to graph. All right. What number do I go to? Open circle or close circle? And now I shade to the, you shade the same way the nose is pointing. Okay, next, number 12. Is my variable on the left? Is my variable on the left? Is there a negative number in front of or below? Nope. So I'm ready now to shade this answer. All right, what number do I go to? Open circle or close circle? Shake the right or to the left? Same way as Rudolph's nose is pointing there. Or shiny nose. Yep, Rudolph the reindeer. Okay, back page. 13. Is my variable on the left?
Yes.
Okay. Do I have a negative in front of the variable or below the variable?
Yes.
In front of. So what do I do with this symbol?
You reverse it.
Yep. So we're going to write it over here again. So it'll be -x, and we have to flip it. You have to flip it. There's a negative in front of that variable. Okay? So when we flip it, because what's right here in front of this? An understood 1. And what's the opposite of multiplying by -1? Divided by -1, right? So when we flip that, it's going to be positive x, because it's the opposite. Or we can leave it this way. Okay? So if we flip that, let's just skip 13 and 14. I don't think we'll see one like I don't want to confuse you.
Oh, what was the answer?
I'll show you the answer, but I don't think you'll have me like this, and I don't want to confuse you. If you were actually solving this, and you get to this point, the opposite of -x is
Positive X.
and then you would flip the symbol, and what's the opposite of 2? There you go. Okay? You would go up here to -2, close circle, and shade this.
That was tricky.
Yeah. It's a little bit more because you got to do opposite here. Yep. Just the same as saying like -1x is greater than or equal to 2. Well, this is multiplication, so we're going to divide by -1, divide by -1, and when we divide by negative, the sign flips. And that gives us positive x, -2. That's how that works. Okay? Can you figure out this one then?
Yes.
That's, first of all, is our variable on the left-hand side? Nope, it's on the right, isn't it? So first we have to rewrite it, first of all. That's the first check, is this right here. Now, second check, is there a negative in front of or below? In front. So we have to come down here to the opposite of. We flip and opposite of.
I got it.
Did you get it? Did you get this?
Yeah, negative 5 going left in the first circle.
So closed circle.
Negative 5 going left.
Goes this way. You gotta flip your symbol. You flip it.
Flip.
You have to flip twice on this one. Why do we have to flip it 2 times? First of all, the first check. Did it pass the first check? Nope, because the variable was on the right. It has to be on the left. So first of all, we had to get the variable on the left-hand side. That was the first flip. Then, because we have that negative sign out here, we have to do the second flip. Okay? I don't think you'll have me like that, so you should be good with those. Don't worry about those. 15. Let's get back to the ones we will have. First check, is our variable on the left-hand side?
Yes.
Do we have a negative in front of or below? So we're good. Okay? What number do I go to?
Positive 2.
So close or open?
Close.
Shade right or left?
Left.
All right, good. 16. Variable on the left?
Yes.
Any negatives around that variable?
No.
What number do I go to?
5.
Close or open?
Close.
Shade right or left?
Left.
Okay, good. All right, let's hop down to 18. Is our variable on the left? No. So we have to rewrite it. How would I write that?
V. And then change.
Uh-huh.
The sign.
Uh,
And negative 2.
okay, there we go. All right. Do we have any more negatives in front of that B or below the B?
No.
So we're good. All right, now what number do I go to? Open or close? Shade right or left? Okay, now, 19 through 24, you're supposed to give me the inequality. So we're going to use X. What symbol? Less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to? Huh?
Less than or equal to.
Less than or equal to, and what number goes here? Now, why did you use less than or equal to?
Because it's equal to.
And you have to use the point. See how the arrow's pointing right there? See on this arrow where it's pointing? There's your symbol right there. Okay? It's closed, so you gotta have the mustache, like Coach Patrick's. Ginger stash. Okay? Then it's on the number 5. Are we good there?
Yes.
Number 20. X, less than, -1. No mustache that time. Boo. All right, 21. Good. 22. Good, thank you. Anybody else in here besides Jaden? X, less than? Yes, good. All right, 23.
Less than.
2, good. 24. Hold on one second. Okay, so X, what? Less than or equal to? -5. Good job. Any questions so far? Good? Okay. Now, I'm going to give you a paper, and now we're going to graph some of these and solve them. Okay? As an extension from yesterday. All right, so hold tight. Let me get everybody a sheet. Okay. On the one-step sheet, we should be on the problem -12 is greater than x minus 7. Does everybody see that problem on their sheet? Yes? Okay, we got to perform our first check. Our first check. So we draw the T to solve this. Is our variable on the left-hand side? No. Hold on one second. Okay. So is our variable on the left-hand side? Huh? No, it's not. It's on the right-hand side. It's not on the left. What do we have to do to this? We have to rewrite it, correct? Okay, so we're going to come beneath it. Let's rewrite it. So x minus 7 has to come first, because we need our variable on the left. Then we flip our symbol, and then negative 12. That's our first check. Second check. Is there a negative number in front of this variable? No. Is there a negative number beneath this variable? So are we ready to solve it? Yeah. Yep, front number's ready to roll. All right, so here we go. Let's throw our T down. Okay? All right. What's the opposite of subtract 7? Add 7. Add 7. What happens to my 7s? They cancel. So 12 negatives and 7 positives gives us 5. What kind of 5? Negative 5. So we bring down our x, bring down our inequality symbol. Can we graph it? Yes. Yes. Let's go up and graph it. X would be any number that's less than negative 5. And because I love you and don't want you to have to sit here and write all of those answers, we're going to graph it. Split it. So do I do an open circle or a closed circle? Open. Do we have a mustache on this one? Open. It's open. And what number do I go to? 5. Negative 5. Open circle. Shade the right to the left. Right now. We're going to shade the left because we're pointing to the left. Shade left. You don't have all the stuff done like I've written it, so you're really confused. If I check the time to put it down here, you need to do that too, because it's to help you. Okay, number 2. First check. If I draw my T to solve this, is my variable on the left? No. If I draw the T to solve this, is my variable on the left-hand side of my T? Yes. Oh, yeah. It's over in the left region, right? Okay, so we're good. We passed the first check. Second check. Is there a negative in front of this R? Yes. No. Is there a negative right here in front of the R? Is there a negative beneath the R? No. There's no negative attached to that R. And there's a negative over here, but it's separated by a plus sign. It has to be directly attached. Like we wrote, remember in our tips down here? Remember, when we wrote it, the negative has to be directly beside it. Like this. That was not attached. Okay? So when I say the negative in front of the variable, I'm not talking about this negative 1. It's not attached to that. Does that make sense to everybody? Is everybody clear on that? Okay. It has to be attached. Okay. So, are we ready to roll? Yeah. All right. What number do I start with to solve this? I'm just going to write mine over here so I have space to work it. So I'm not drawing on top of my number line. Okay, I'm starting with the number. Nope, I don't see a 1. Okay, what's the opposite of subtract 1? So we're going to add 1. Add 1. What happens to my 1s? They cancel. And that becomes 5. R. And round there equal to. There we go. Okay, now we go up. Open circle or closed circle? On what number? And which way do I shade? Right or left? Right. Any questions so far? Okay, number 3. Okay, let's draw the T. if we're going to solve it, is our variable, this is my right-hand side, here's my left-hand side. Is my variable over here on the left-hand side?
Yes.
So we're good, we passed the first check. Second check, is there a negative number in front of the n? Is there a negative number on the bottom?
No.
No. So we are ready to roll. So I'm going to come over here so I have room to do my scratch work. Don't change anything. All right. All right, here we go. Start with subtract 6. What's the opposite of subtract 6? Add 6. Add 6. What happens to my 6's? They cancel. 14 negatives and 6 positives gives us negative 8. Bring down my inequality symbol and I get n is less than or equal to negative 8. What number do I go to? Now, do I do an open circle or close?
Close.
And I shade right or left? Left. Any questions so far? Okay, number 4. First check. Variable on the left-hand side? Yep, it's over on the left-hand side. Is there a negative in front of or below it? Nope, so we're ready to roll. So I'm going to come over here. So I can do my scratch work. Nothing changes. Okay. What's the opposite of subtract 7?
Add 7.
Add 7. Add 7. My 7's cancel. V is less than negative 5. Okay, so I've got a negative 5, open circle and closed circle. Shade right or shade left? Hello, right or left? Thank you. Okay, let's go to number 5. If I draw my T, am I good with my variable? Is it starting on my left-hand side? Okay, and there's no negative in front of or below, so this is a good one. This is the kind we like, isn't it?
Yeah, ready to run.
Yep, ready to run. All right, here we go. All right, opposite of subtract 17.
Add 17.
Add 17. Add 17. Our 17's cancel. 16 negatives and 17 positives. 1. A is greater than, all numbers greater than 1. Okay, what kind of open or close?
Okay.
On, shade right or left? Right. Any questions? Making sense so far? Okay, number 6. Check number 1. Is my variable on the left-hand side? Yes, it's over here on the left-hand side, so we're good. It doesn't have to be the first part. It doesn't have to come first, just as long as it's over here on the left. It can't be over here on the right. It can't be over here anywhere. As long as it's over here somewhere, we're good. Does that make sense? Okay. Is there a negative in front of the variable or below the variable? Okay, so I'm going to come over here and just rewrite everything just like it is. I'm not changing anything. So I have room to solve it. All right, starting with our add 15. What's the opposite of add 15? Add 15. Cancel. 0. And 15 negatives. What do you get? Negative 15.
Less than or greater. X is less than.
Or equal to negative 15. All right, open circle or closed circle? On negative 15, shade right or shade left? Okay, number 7. is our variable over here to the left.
Yes.
Okay, so we're good. Next check. Is there a negative right beside the variable or below the variable?
Mhm.
All right, so I'm going to come over here so I have plenty of room to solve with scratch work. Draw my T. What's the opposite of add 3?
Subtract 3.
So subtract 3. 3's cancel. 9 negatives, 3 negatives.
And 12.
Gives us 12 negatives. So we get negative 12. And we get B. Okay? All right. We're ready to shade.
Yep.
Close circle, open circle.
Close.
Okay? Shade right or left?
Left.
Any questions?
No.
Number 8. First check. When I draw my T, is my variable on the left-hand side? No. So we have to rewrite. Yep. So I'm going to come over here and rewrite it. N minus 6. I've got to flip that symbol. There we go. Bam. And now we draw our T. Is there a negative in front of the variable or below the variable?
No.
Nope. Okay, we're ready to roll. Truck driver's ready to roll out. Subtract 6, the opposite is 2. Add 6. Add 6, the 6 is
Cancel.
cancel.
Then you get 14.
14. There we go.
And
All right. Close circle or open circle?
close.
On.
14.
Shade right and shade left.
Left.
Y'all are getting so good at this. Good. Just takes a minute. Once you get rolling, you're good. Number 9. First check. Is my variable on the left-hand side?
Yes.
Yep. Pass that one. Is there negative in front of? Oh. So what do we have to do to our symbol? What happens to this inequality symbol right here? We flip it, and that's all we have to do. Now we can solve it. Now we can solve it. What's the opposite operation here?
Add 3.
Nope, there's no subtraction sign up here. What operation is this? That's multiplication. What's the opposite of multiplication? What are we going to divide both sides by? Nope, not by 3. The number stays the same. It's the operation that we change. Okay, I've said that how many times? Yes. The number stays the same. It's the operation that we change. All right, so we get x is less than plus 3 divided by negative 3. Got to use our triangle. We got a positive and a negative. So what do we get? Negative what? What's 3 divided by 3?
1.
1. And we're done. There we go. Now we go to shade. Open or close?
Open.
Open. Do we shade right or left?
Left.
Bam. Number 10. Is our variable on the left?
Yes.
Is there a negative in front of or below it?
Oh.
Oh, good. So we're ready to roll on this one, right?
Yes.
So what's the opposite operation?
How much?
So we're going to multiply both sides by what?
3.
By 3. The number stays the same. All right, these cancel. Giving us. Okay, and then we get 3 times 3 is?
9.
Open circle or closed circle? Open. Which way do I shade? Right or left? Good job. Right, number 11. I draw my T. Is my variable on the left? Is there a negative in front of or below the variable? Nope, so we're ready to roll. What do I do to both sides? Multiply by 4. And these 4's cancel. And I get K is less than, what's negative 4 times 4? I have a negative and a positive, so that gives me negative 16. So I go negative 16, open circle, close circle. Shade right or left. Almost there. Number 12. Is my variable on the left? Yep. Is there a negative in front of or below it? So what do I do with this symbol?
You reverse it the other way.
Yep, so I get negative 9x, and now I gotta flip it, and negative 90. Right now, what do I do? To solve this.
T. Try your T.
Okay, then what do I do? Divide by what? By negative 9. The number stays the same. It's the operation that we change. So we get x is less than or equal to 10. So we go to 10, open or close, shade right or left. Okay, flip over. These are yours. Without me. Okay? You may begin.